Now, this is something I have been wanting to know for years, man. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel again. Thank y'all so much for coming over. Got this video here from Protect Black Legacy channel, which I'll leave in the description for you guys to check out more. This is what the title of the video says. At 46, Brandy Norwood finally reveals what was on Whitney's final note. You guys know that old video of Whitney Houston passing Brandy a note when she was sitting down with Clive Davis and I forget who else. Was it Monica? I forget. But let's see what she has to say. If she gonna cover it up, because you know, I remember her face looking very startled and shocked after getting that. So we ain't gonna waste no more time. Let's jump right into it. Yeah, Monica.
Brandy read the note, got scared, and went back and told her brother Ray J what Whitney told her.
I was actually in the same hotel when she passed in.
After 12 years of silence, it seems like Brandy Norwood is finally revealing what was written on the last note Whitney Houston ever gave her.
Eve, that Whitney Houston figured out they were trying to kill her.
And the timing couldn't be more suspicious. Not even when rumors exploded about Whitney's final days. The substance use, the shady parties, and the powerful men behind the scenes.
I can't believe what you feel.
That's why I love looking at videos like this, man. When they show like old clips, you know, because people be like, oh, I never was at a party, or I never did this, never did that, thinking like somebody, they be like, oh, that's right, they had a damn camera, you know? Because who was this?
Not even when rumors exploded about Whitney's final days. The substance use, the shady parties.
Who is that? Is that one of the Jacksons? Look like. Got Clive. I forget who the guy is right there. It's either somebody from Earth, Wind, and Fire or kind of like Billy Ocean a little bit.
And the powerful men behind the scenes.
I can't believe what you feel. I can't believe that. But do you really know?
Now, with Diddy's trial exposing some of those very same industry figures, and Clive Davis's name floating back into the headlines. So, what is she actually talking about? Let's get into it. Whitney Houston, a name that means pure talent and legendary success, shocked the world when she passed away on February 11th, 2012. But here's the question: did she see it coming? It turns out Brandy might have the answer.
And we were all getting ready for the Clive the Grammy party, yes. And I was in my room getting...
Just a few hours before Whitney died, she handed Brandy a note. For years, no one knew what was in it. People only knew that Brandy looked shocked when she got it, but she never told anyone what Whitney wrote. Until now, Brandy has finally revealed what was in that note.
Okay.
And what it says? It could change how we see Whitney's final hours. Whitney's last moments showed signs of someone who was tired. Not just physically, but emotionally. It felt like a silent cry for help. But the big question is, what was she so tired of? And why did she choose Brandy right before her death to give that final message to? Clive Davis, the legendary music producer who discovered Whitney Houston and helped make her a star, was at the same pre-Grammy event the night.
I'm telling you right now, if this video takes me on a damn roller coaster joyride or whatever, and don't say what she said, I'm gonna be heated. Because I thought he was about to say it right then. I know they got to build it up and give you a backstory and all that, but a lot of this stuff I already know. So I mean, we could kind of speculate what the note may say, but I want to hear it from her mouth.
She died. Over the years, people have wondered about their relationship and whether Clive's constant push for success added pressure on Whitney.
She would go ahead and do it. She was having difficulty stopping.
We all know about Whitney's struggles with addiction and the stress that came with fame. But could there be more to the story? Some believe that the note Whitney gave to Brandy means she knew something was about to happen. There are even theories out there suggesting something darker, maybe even foul play, and they point fingers at the people closest to her, including Clive Davis. So, what really happened to Whitney Houston? Let's break it down. After her death, new details came out that shocked the music industry, especially when it came to Clive Davis and what he might have gained from Whitney's passing. That's when people started talking about something called the death clause. This clause, also known as a non-performance clause, is a part of certain music contracts. It's kept very quiet, and for good reason. It basically says that if an artist dies, the label can still make money from their name, their music, and anything tied to them.
That's why it's very important to own your masters, which most artists don't, because when you come from nothing, they give you that advance money that you thought you never would see. I talked about this before. People, they think they would never see this money, and they take this advance, and you have that whole 360 deal. So once you do that, it's a wrap. It's over for. And that's why you see a lot of these artists spazzing out or going crazy, because in order to continue to be famous and make money, you're going to have to do whatever they tell you to do, or you're just going to get blackballed, blacklisted from the whole damn, you ain't going to be able to do nothing, because all of these people work with each other and they'll just tell you, yo, don't hire this person for nothing. And you're done for. You still got the talent, but you ain't got nowhere to showcase it.
Sometimes even more than when they were alive. It's a disturbing idea, and when people started connecting the dots between Whitney's death, that note to Brandy, and the money machine behind her, the questions got louder. Even when an artist dies suddenly, record labels still find a way to make money, and that's where things start to feel really shady. There's something called a death clause in some contracts, and while most fans have never heard of it, it allows record labels to not only get back the money they invested in the artist, but also keep making a huge profit off their name, music, and legacy.
Hey, you just said
Basically, it works like this. The label takes out a massive insurance policy based on what they expect the artist would have earned in the future. So if the artist dies, the company cashes in, big time. It's a cold, calculated system, and in a twisted way, it means record labels benefit both when the artist is alive and when they're gone.
Okay.
The roots of this death clause go way back to a time when the music industry was run by people behind closed doors. Shadowy figure.
Again, the original video will be in the description, because we're only 4 minutes, 46 seconds in. This video is 21 minutes long, and they have repeated some things like 3 times. So I don't know if I'm going to be forwarding stuff, because I don't want to miss it. All right. But yeah, I might have to edit this and take a big chunk out if they keep repeating.
With too much power and no accountability. It almost sounds like something out of a dark movie. But this clause was designed carefully to make sure that no matter what happens, even if tragedy strikes, the label always wins. And for some people, that's exactly why Whitney's death doesn't sit right. At its heart, the death clause is a grim concept. It basically turns an artist who's struggling, maybe not performing or unable to pay back what the label spent on them, into an even more valuable asset after they die. That might sound twisted, but it's real. And over the years, this clause has only gotten more extreme. What used to involve thousands of dollars can now be worth millions, even billions.
Yeah.
Why? Because labels pour massive amounts of money into promoting artists. And these insurance policies are designed to protect those investments if anything goes wrong, including if the artist dies. So, when fans started learning about this clause, the conversation around Whitney Houston's death shifted again. People began asking, how deep was Clive Davis's involvement in all this? Clive wasn't just any producer, he was the powerhouse behind Whitney's rise. He shaped her career. He built her image. But now, some are wondering, did he also benefit from her tragic end? There's no hard proof linking Clive Davis directly to any shady use of the death clause. But the questions won't go away. In fact, more artists and insiders are starting to speak up, and the stories don't look good. One of the most vocal critics is Jaguar Wright. In a recent interview, she claimed Clive knew he was losing control over Whitney and pushed for a risky comeback in 2009. Jaguar Wright also shared her own theory about how Whitney Houston really died. In a video going around online, she talks about what she believes happened that night, and it's very different from the official story. She said Whitney had discovered something serious, something dangerous. Jaguar believes that's why Whitney gave Brandy a note just before she died, which did happen in front of cameras on the red carpet. Jaguar claims that the note had important information about what Whitney had found.
You know what I'm thinking? Because she didn't give her that in private. She gave her that note pretty much for the world to see. It's almost like a, look, y'all better go ask Brandy, because she knows. Again, we're just speculating. It's alleged. But if there is some information that was on that note, Brandy knows. So it's like, yo, what is it? What was written on there? You know, if you trying to figure out some answers, it's like it could be on that paper. But I'm telling you, man, the way her face looked, and y'all all seen it, the way her face looked was like, whoa, what the hell did she just read?
Out. She also says that after Brandy read it, she got scared.
Brandy read the note, got scared, and went back and told her brother Ray J.
Jaguar went on to say that after Brandy read the note, she told her brother Ray J, who was rumored to be dating Whitney at the time. According to Jaguar, Ray J then passed that information on to Diddy. From there, Diddy supposedly took what he learned to music executive Clive Davis. But it doesn't stop there. Jaguar claims things took a dark turn. She says Diddy told Ray J to go into Whitney's hotel room and help her relax. Once she was calm, Jaguar believes Diddy went into the room himself and did the job, suggesting he played a direct role in Whitney's death.
Diddy that came to that room and did the job himself.
Jaguar also claimed that after everything happened, Ray J was kept at the hotel for hours and wasn't allowed to leave. She said Diddy later showed up and pretended to be a comforter, acting like he was there to support Whitney and those close to her. That same day, the music world had gathered in Los Angeles for the Grammys. Whitney Houston, along with her family and friends, had checked into the Beverly Hilton Hotel. As usual, Clive Davis, her longtime mentor, was set to host his traditional pre-Grammy party at the hotel.
And we do know the Diddy Clive Davis connection, because I was like, wait a minute, I don't think I've ever heard Jaguar say that, or maybe I forgot that she said that. But then I was like, is this something that he was forced to do, allegedly, you know?
While preparations for the event were happening, Whitney's assistant, Mary Jones, placed a dress on the bed for her and then stepped out. In that short time, something went terribly wrong. When Jones returned, she found Whitney face down in a bathtub filled with water. What really happened in those few minutes remained unclear, until the coroner's report later offered some explanation. Wasn't happy about. Still, he stayed optimistic, at least on the surface. But it makes you wonder, was that hope real? Or was it because her name and her legacy was still making him a lot of money? Despite her obvious vocal decline and fading star power, Clive Davis kept pushing. To some, it looked less like support and more like business, a way to keep the checks rolling in, even if Whitney herself was clearly struggling. Then came February 11th, 2012, the day before the Grammy Awards. Whitney Houston was found dead in her hotel room, just hours before she was supposed to attend Clive Davis's famous And Cassie said, yeah, she placed it.
Okay, all right. So Brandy ain't said nothing. And I kind of had a feeling, because I think that would have blew up the internet. Look, man, I'm going to just ask y'all, all right, what do y'all think was on that note? What do you think Whitney Houston wrote to Brandy or gave to Brandy? Let me look at some of the comments. Someone said, I thought this video was supposed to be about Brandy telling what was on the note. Yeah, got me too. Clive should be in jail. I believe Clive has something to do with it. And Ray J. Justice for Whitney. A lot of justice for Whitney's in here. Yeah, man, I kind of had a feeling, but at the same time, I was looking for, like, if there had been any new information that has come out. They gonna protect what they want to protect. They only go tell us a smidget, but I told y'all, like I said in that other video, I think a lot of people just don't care enough to give a damn. But we all know that it was something on that damn paper, for sure, you know? Because, I mean, she said, this is for you. I wish she would have been like, I wish she would have just read it out loud. Damn. I don't know if I'm going to have to change the damn title of this video. But, man. All right, hey, appreciate y'all coming over, man. Shoot. They got me too with the damn title. All right, peace out.